Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Thursday. It's your favorite crew. Welcome to PCG Live. What is going on, my man Kyle?
What up, my dude?
It feels like it's been forever. Anytime like we miss a week, I mean, we could even miss a day, and it feels like forever. It's crazy.
Oh, of course. Of course.
The world is crazy right now, everybody, so you have to excuse us. Our schedule
Well,
may be a little messed up for a little while, but we're going to do our best to get to you guys on a weekly basis. So just bear with us. COVID's kind of changed things. The way that PCG is going down now is we're only taking reservations, so we're not doing the walk-in policy anymore. So, yeah, so with saying that, things are kind of just not in the right gears. So there's a possibility that we may miss a show, or just move the schedule to like another day or something like that. So I'm about to break my screen behind me. All right. So with saying that, man, we have a lot to get into, and not a whole lot of time to do it. So let's get right into some topics, shall we? Well, first, before we do that,
ah,
before we do that, um, I'm very happy to say, I think we said this in one of the last shows that we did, that Kyle is finally into Pokemon. So I'm very happy to hear that. So
yeah.
a round of applause to Kyle for joining the Pokemon community
Finally,
once again.
finally. Um, so actually, I just finished the Isle of Armor,
hmm
which is actually pretty sweet.
hmm
I got the thing. I think there's an echo. There might be an echo on our end. I'm not sure because I was listening to the feed on Facebook. Um, but anyway, what was I saying? Isle of Armor.
hmm
Um, it was fantastic.
I think the echo's gonna go away.
Okay. Um, fantastic. Xbox gamer, what's up?
Oh shoot, I forgot to open the chat.
I got Twitch chat.
Okay.
Um, there's a lot more to that than I originally thought. Because I
What?
originally
The
thought
Isles?
that yeah, in the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
I originally thought that it was just, you go, you get Kung Fu,
Mm-hmm.
then they added some Pokemon, but you go through the aisle to find those different Pokemon that they added to the game.
Mm-hmm.
There were some that I still didn't realize that they did add. One was Abra.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, dude, they added
Like,
they added a lot. I still haven't picked up
oh,
the
I know.
DLC yet.
Yeah, they added Abra, they added Scyther. I knew they added Scyther, but like
Mm.
there was Pokemon like Abra that I didn't know they added.
I still don't know the full list, but I know it was like 300 to 200 something.
Yeah, it was a ton.
So,
It was a ton of them, but it's pretty awesome. I thought it was just Kung Fu, and then the more Pokemon.
mhm.
Apparently, they added that there's a side mission where you have to find Diglett,
Mhm.
but it's a lowland Diglett. And there's 100 coincidentally there's 151 of them. So
Mhm.
shout out to first gen players. Um so you go around and you find the Alolan Diglett. Now there's different like milestones that you can hit while you're doing this. Like if you get 10, the guy will actually give you an Alolan Pokemon. So for example, if you get 10 of them, you get a Alolan Meowth. Then you have to go to 20 and you get a Alolan, I think, Geodude or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And then I think it goes from like 20 to like 50,
Mhm.
and then so on and so on and so on and so on. So you get pretty much all the Alolan forms from this guy, which
Oh,
is
okay.
pretty sweet.
Okay.
Um, except for now, this is another one that I didn't realize. The Alolan starters were added to the game,
Mhm.
but you can only get one of them. So, and depending on what starter you chose at the beginning of Sword and Shield, is what you'll get when you collect the Diglett. So, if you chose Score Bunny,
Mhm.
you get Litten. If
Okay.
you chose Sobble, you get Poplio.
Okay.
And then if you chose Grookey, you get. I gotta get think of the. I think it's Owlet, something like that. I have to go check with it. I don't. I forgot what the name. See, this is what happens when you don't play Sun and Moon. You forget what the starter names are.
That's all right. I have trouble
Uh,
remembering them all, anyways.
Rowlet. Oh, see, I was close. I just forgot the R. I was like, I thought it was Owlet. Well, I mean, it is an owl.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, so you can either get Rowlet, Litten, or Popplio, depending on which starter.
Mhm.
So, and by the way, they come with their hidden ability,
Mhm.
which is huge.
Mhm.
Because I mean, if you don't know, like the basic abilities of the starters kind of stink because they only really work when your Pokemon is like really low on health.
Mhm.
Like Torrent, for example, which is the water version of that ability. Um, literally, it's just like you have to get to like a quarter or a third of your health left,
Mhm.
and then that kicks in to strengthen your water moves or fire or grass.
I got you.
So the basic abilities kind of stink, but the hidden abilities are ridiculous.
Mhm.
Like, I'll say this: they gave, for the people that know Pokemon,
Mhm.
basically Score Bunny's hidden ability is what Froakie or Greninja's hidden ability was, which is any move that you use, you change to that form. So, for example, with Score Bunny, say you used a fighting move with him, your ability immediately changes to fighting, and then you use that move, and then you get the little bit of boost that you get with fighting moves at that point.
Okay.
So, which is very interesting. So you lucked out on that one.
Dude, I told you, Skull Bunny's the shit.
Yeah, I know. Which I don't know if you did this yet, but if you use the Pokemon Home app, and you transfer somebody from Sword of Shield into Pokemon Home, and then you go on your cell phone, you can get all three of the starters, the Galarian starters, with their hidden abilities. So
I did not.
yeah, I would do that
Mhm.
for you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, that's my Pokemon for the day.
Nice.
That's Aggies Pokemon segment for the day.
Nah, man, I'm glad to see that you got back into Pokemon though. So that's super cool. I guess I gotta pick up the DLC. So once things calm down for me, like I'd love to get in there because that's gonna be one of the things. I'm on my Little Nightmares kick. I'm trying to beat my Little Nightmares. I made it pretty far. The game's crazy. Like it's very dark. It's a dark game. Like very dark. And like I'm actually super surprised how dark it is. So but it's crazy. It's a fantastic game. It's exactly what I was hoping it would be. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Before we get started, Xbox Gamer Pikachu. Well, technically, Raichu actually does have an Alolan form,
Hmm.
which is Electric Psychic. So, and Xbox Gamer also said he has Cinderace.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Them fire Pokemon. All right. Let's
U, which the Wii U. Didn't
Hold on 1 second. You keep talking. I just took the screen away. But I gotta fix because we weren't getting a mic for the other one.
oh, no
So
sound. Are your mics?
yeah, no, it's just the mics aren't for some reason in this one. I don't know why the mic says other mics,
Let me just make
but
sure.
I'm fixing it now. Now they can hear us on this scene. It was just that other scene that you couldn't hear us.
Oh,
At the end of the day, what I said was Pikmin 3 Deluxe I thought was a good decision, as much as I'd rather see Pikmin 4, is pretty much all I really said. But go ahead, you may continue your thought.
all right. So, like I said, we've been talking about this the last 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the deluxes go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I support them because again, they were on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
The Wii U did not sell well at all. So all these great games, like your Mario Kart 8
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, which actually I'm still shocked that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the highest selling game on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Still at this point,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of shows or exemplifies why deluxes are working and stuff. I'm not saying all of them will work because Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, they did a deluxe one, but that really was just stupid. They added a character and it was easy mode. But you had things like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that added like completely different things to it. They brought back battle mode. They added the Inklings. Different items for each one. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how some of these deluxes have worked.
Mm-hmm.
We have to see how Pikmin 3 does. I mean, I like the fact that they're kind of doing what Hyrule Warriors did when they did their deluxe thing. It was, Hyrule Warriors came to the Switch with all the DLC from the Wii U version. Pikmin 3 doing the same thing, bringing all that DLC from the Wii U version onto this one. And it's going to appeal to a lot of people now because the Switch is so popular and Pikmin is a very high profile franchise now for Nintendo. Obviously it's not a system seller, but Nintendo fans know Pikmin 3. I want to give Pikmin 3 another shot. I tried playing it on the Wii U, and the only reason why I stopped is because literally I couldn't figure out what to do.
Right.
So
Right.
but I was enjoying it, so I want to give it another shot, and I probably will pick up the deluxe one just so I can get all the DLC in it. Because I think like Olimar is in it, and then there's other side missions that you can do. So I kind of want to get back into it. So, but for what I played in it, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was very interesting, and utilizing the different Pikmin throughout the game and their different abilities and stuff like that. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. Move on.
Yeah, October 30th comes out.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. No, did I say? Yeah, I said at the beginning, but definitely.
Yeah.
October 30th, definitely. This is you, man.
Does it have to be?
Yes, it has to be.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so ready? Rumor police. I'll just do it because I know we don't have it yet. All right, so for the how many months in a row now? Probably like 60th month in a row. Nintendo Direct rumors are starting for August 2020. Rumors are making the rounds online that Nintendo plans on hosting its next Nintendo Direct presentation this month, and it will happen very soon, like every other time. With Microsoft, according to Game Rant, with Microsoft and Sony having extensively showcased their games for 2020 and beyond, fans are still waiting for Nintendo to reveal its new Switch titles. Fans have been anticipating a big Nintendo Direct presentation ever since E3 2020 was canceled. But so far, Nintendo has opted for mini directs focused on indie games as well as surprise individual announcements. However, it seems as though Nintendo may be throwing its hat in the ring sooner rather than later. On August 3rd, industry insider Jeff Grubb of VentureBeat tweeted a list of gaming events happening in August, calling it his summer game mess. About a half an hour later, Grubb posted a new list that shifted some things around, most notably moving the possible Nintendo event from the end of the month to the spot between August 11th's Frontier Showcase and August 22nd's DC Fandom event. Then it just goes on from there. So within the next 10 days, somehow there's going to be a Nintendo Direct. Uh, um, again, every month we see this. Rumors come out. Somebody from the industry, talks about it. They go, and then every single media platform goes bananas because everybody's dying for a full-fledged Nintendo Direct, which I get. At the same time, I'm not really worried. And here's my reasoning why. I get that Nintendo hasn't really released a lot this year. They've released Animal Crossing and Paper Mario. Those are their two main games that they have focused on and that they've basically put all their chips in for 2020. There may be more. The rumored 3D Mario collection has been talked about numerous times this year. Everybody's waiting for the direct where it gets revealed. They could bring in a Mario 3D World Deluxe, so another deluxe would happen. But it's for a game that was actually really good. I really enjoyed Super Mario 3D World. And for the people that missed out on it because it was on the Wii U, this is great if it comes to the Switch. This is another game that will, I mean, realistically, Super Mario 3D World should have been a system seller for the Wii U, but because of how bad the Wii U was, it really didn't sell that many consoles. But this is a game where if they put the deluxe version on it, would work extremely well.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. But I'm here. Go ahead. Keep going.
I didn't realize. I actually didn't realize that you left.
He was like, I'm going. I'm on a roll.
I don't care. So I was just talking about 3D World Deluxe and talking about, the possible 3D Mario collection that could be coming out this year.
So I want to say that my comments on the Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D World is possibly one of the best Mario games created. It takes the original essence of what Mario was, that 2D platformer, and just makes it the best it could ever do. It is definitely by far the best platformed Super Mario because as much as it's 3D World, it is 3D, but it's still technically a platformer. It is a fantastic visually, like it is super beautiful. They make the worlds awesome and fun and complex without being too complex. Like I love Super Mario 3D World. So I'm a huge fan of it. Huge fan of it.
Oh, it's a phenomenal game. It is a phenomenal game. It's got that old Mario feel to it, but in a new 3D way.
Yeah, when they came out with this on the Wii U, I was just like, this is fantastic. Like, this is great. At first, I was upset, but then I got to play it, and I'm like, I love this game. Like, I love this game. I don't know how I feel about the multiplayer aspect of it, but all in all, like, I'm a big fan of the game.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
it is a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the multiplayer is fun as hell. Being able to play with 4 people at the same time on one screen, it's chaotic.
Definitely a kids can really get in this. So it's like if you're looking for a game to play with kids, like this is an awesome family game.
Oh, absolutely.
Group game, should I say.
So basically, another rumor for the Direct. More than likely, they'll talk about the Mario stuff. The flash drop of Pikmin 3 takes another thing away from the Direct that could lead to other big announcements. Plus, we still have those other mini Directs that would focus on third-party studios as well coming this year. So there is more content coming for Nintendo. People just need to be patient. And I know it's kind of tough with them, but be patient. It's coming. Your Nintendo news will be coming. They're just trying to drag it out as much as possible.
Yeah.
So trust me, it's coming.
Yep.
Gotta be patient.
Yep. So,
milking it is the word. Milking it is what I was trying
to. I agree.
Xbox Gamer asks, where is Breath of the Wild 2? It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Um,
Look,
Xbox,
go ahead.
you got to remember, COVID fucked everything up for everybody. Everyone thinks that everything's just going smooth in the video game world because we're getting this summer of gaming, and everyone's just like, oh no, gaming's working. Like, no, the gaming industry got hammered. And later on, we're going to get into the topic of Halo, and that is a clear cut definition of how much COVID actually affected everyone. Because I think there's a lot more to go into with the Halo thing. But do I think COVID definitely played a part? Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
and a lot of the game releases that we had, remember, these games were already on their way out on the shelves before COVID hit. So like, oh well, Last of Us 2 didn't get affected. Of course not, because the game was done. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, that game was done. Like those games are all done. They're just in testing. So a lot of these games that are still in development right now, oh yeah, they got rocked. They got rocked. And everyone's like, well, people can just work from their home. Like, hypothetically speaking, yeah, but do you realize
And
how
that,
draining coding is? And if you're working from home doing your coding, God bless you. You're not going to sit there and code for the full time that you're supposed to be working. Like, you just get too relaxed. Like, anyone that's ever worked from home can definitely say, hey, you know what, here we go. Um, but anyways, yeah, I just be patient. Breath of the Wild 2, when they told us about it, it wasn't super early development. And they made that they made that very clear that
yeah.
they were in early development.
Yeah. I mean, the latest rumor I've heard from it was it's going to be a possible 2021 release. Um,
I'll be
also, yeah,
surprised. I'll be surprised if it's 2021.
yeah. Actually, here's a side news thing. Apparently, Nintendo's prepping for the 35th anniversary of Zelda next
Mm,
year. They slapped some copyrights
mm,
for some Zelda stuff, so
mm,
be on the lookout for that.
mm, mm. WB, I am Devil. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but I got some disappointing news in case you didn't know. All right. Any more about the Nintendo stuff?
Again, be patient. It'll
Yeah.
come. The
Yep.
stuff will come, and every month there's a direct rumor. So.
Hey, tell them that they're not going to be a direct again, so that way tomorrow they're going to announce that there's a direct.
There ain't gonna be a direct. Listen. Within this 10-day period that the direct's supposed to happen, it's not happening.
Mhm,
Nope, it's not happening.
mhm.
See if it works. Probably not gonna work,
Okay.
but.
Next topic. Dr. Disrespect gives statement on Twitch ban during his YouTube return stream. So in case you guys didn't know, Dr. Disrespect is now back and he's on YouTube. So I'm going to read this article from Forbes. And of course, Forbes is covering it. The man can generate hype. I'll give him that. After a mysterious disappearance that lasted longer than a month, Dr. Disrespect has returned to streaming today on YouTube, which was on 8/8. So it was last week. Has returned to streaming today on YouTube, his apparent new home after his permanent Twitch ban. Yesterday afternoon, Doc started running a static stream, and after the first hour or so, revealed that he's returned today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, that was pushed to 4 p.m., and now he is indeed live to over 500,000 viewers at the time of this writing. And no, naturally, he does not have any concrete answers for us about his famous Twitch ban. He addressed the ban, saying that still has no idea why Twitch banned him and that he cannot think of anything he would have done to have warranted the ban. This remains difficult to believe, and yet Doc pushed back on the critics that don't believe this line about the ban, calling it a cockroach approach. To speculate on what happened. The last thing he said he was going to say about it was let the legal professionals do what they do. And that's it. So,
The cockroach approach. One, very clever. Trying to rhyme. That's cute.
that's cute.
Secondly, listen, dude. I tell him straight up. You know what you did.
Yeah, of course. Of
You
course.
You just can't say it because the second you talked about your legal team, you know what you did.
Yeah.
So
If you legally can't talk about it, like you're saying you legally can't talk about it, you 100% know what you did. You 100% know what you did. Like no
Right.
one doesn't not talk about a band if they truly don't know what the band is. Like You know what I mean? Like you say, dude, there'd be fights. Like there'd be tons of things being said, and dude, like this is nothing, nothing. Not him going out and saying, I don't know why I got banned, like, or doing interviews saying, I don't know why I got banned. You literally can't talk about it. You want to know why? Because you know why.
Just say that you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Just I don't. So many other people have done that. So many other people have come out and said, I just can't talk about it. It's
Yeah,
a legal thing.
legally, I can't talk about it. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
legally, I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
And if people want to speculate after that, that's fine. To be honest, I don't really give a shit at this point anymore. I don't care. He got banned, and now he's on YouTube.
Right. Right.
Good for him. Good
Yep.
for him.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't have much to say about this topic because to be honest, there's still nothing to say about it. Like
No,
I can't even give credit to the conversation because there's still nothing to say about it. Like
no.
there's no information out, and he's gonna feed off this like 100%. And am I gonna say he's wrong or right about it? I don't care. Like everyone feeds off their own thing to make themselves bigger and get more attention and to keep that ride going. And I'm not saying. You know what I mean? That's what's happening here, 100%. But at the end of the day, man, like, just say you can't talk about it. I was gonna get the Xbox because of Halo. No, I have no clue what to do. Come on, Ron. You know you're gonna get your Xbox. Come on, Ron. You're gonna get your Xbox. I know you. You're gonna get your Xbox. I know you're that Halo guy, but come on, you gotta. I don't know if you. I remember you have a laptop, which I don't know how the laptop can do with the Halo, but I know you bought that Xbox on the PC as soon as it hit Steam, so I know you're all about that because it came out on Steam, right? It wasn't the Game Pass; it was Steam that came out on, right? I believe.
For what?
Halo came out on.
Oh, for Halo. Yes.
Yeah, yep.
I
So
believe it's on Steam.
yeah, I know they were talking about it. I just didn't know if it officially got released yet, but I know it's supposed to be. So.
I could always go to the store right now and check it out because I have the app conveniently on my PC right now.
Nice. So, but that's it for
Yep.
Dr. Disrespect. I don't want to talk about this guy anymore because it just the topic frustrates me. So, this next topic is a big one, and I have a lot to say about this topic.
Darn.
Kind of a lot, but there's a lot that can be said about it, and I have my opinion. Should I say I have a strong opinion about this, and I see all. So I want to start off by saying I see all sides of this topic. All sides. I understand all of it.
There are many sides to this.
Yes, yeah. I have more corners than there's in the square. So or an octagon because octagon's got a lot of size. So with this specific topic, where I stand with this is I like the exclusivity. All right, I like it because exclusivity gives you a reason to buy it on a specific system. So I greatly enjoy that, and I think that's important to have. So with saying that, like it gives people a reason to buy PlayStation. When gamers start getting mad at that, you're taking that away from the like Sony's and Xbox. You're taking that exclusivity away and giving like taking that reason to buy a PlayStation or to buy an Xbox away because you want this crossplay. So now that's why I like the exclusivity. But the argument, the side that I do agree on, and I completely understand, is this game they're talking about possibly being crossplay. It's a multiplayer game. I think all multiplayer games definitely deserve some kind of crossplay. And that's a big thing to me. I do think in this time, this era, it's very old school not to do crossplay. So I do enjoy crossplay. That I kind of understand where it's just like, oh man, like I can't play Spider-Man, but they can play Spider-Man. But again, I still like that because it's just like, yo, we need a Spider-Man who's on PlayStation. You know what I mean? And now you're gonna have those Xboxes players playing with PlayStation players because there are gonna be certain missions. Yo, this game is fire. Like I've been watching a lot of plays, and this game is not an easy beat 'em up at all. There's a lot of complexity to this game, and I like it. I like it. It's not just as simple as just going through playing, like mashing buttons, and it's gonna be good. Like you need certain skills from certain superheroes, and I like that. I like that a lot. But going back, I digress to the Spider-Man topic. Like it, but understand everyone being like, I don't like that. But to say that, like, guys, you guys gotta remember, Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man.
Mhm.
They can do what they want with Spider-Man. Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. I've been wanting to say this for so long, like out loud.
Yeah.
Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, and I don't know how many people forget that. Sony owns it. So it makes sense why Spider-Man is the chosen one for the PlayStation. So
Hmm.
now Sony can be like, you know what, we own the rights. We're not going to share that. Now, it has nothing to do with Activision, not Activision, Square stuff? Square
Square.
Enix? Square, yeah.
Square.
It has nothing to do with Square Enix. It has everything to do with Sony. Sony has that right. Sony owns the IP. That's it at the end of the day, and I
Hmm.
think that's what it comes down to. I think that's the nuts and bolts of this discussion that ends it. Plain and simple is Sony owns the IP.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, I get that,
hmm
but it's still Square's game.
hmm Yeah, but they can.
So,
So that's when Square can just be like, fine, then if we can't put them on there, then we won't have them. And then Sony's going to be like,
no,
oh,
I know that. No,
and,
no, no. This is on Square.
yeah, but then
This is
Sony's
on
going to be
Square.
like, okay, all right, fine, then you can't use them. And I think on this, I think Square Enix weighed the pros and cons. Spider-Man is a loved icon right now.
Yeah,
Spider-Man is not just right now. Like Spider-Man is a major part of the Marvel universe within the last 20 years. Like Spider-Man has
yeah,
always had somewhat of a big thing, but Spider-Man's nowhere near at the level that he's become as of recently. And
yeah.
um, Square Enix rather ride with that. They rather have the small because it's a small audience just with a loud voice. At the end of the day, did anyone bitch about Spider-Man being exclusive on PlayStation in the first place?
Oh no, there was a lot of people that bitched about it. I mean, a lot. I get what you're
But
saying.
it
There was
quiet
a lot.
immediately. It quiet immediately. There's nobody like. There's nothing you can do. It is what it is. That's like
Well,
bitching that's like bitching about whatchamacallit. No, I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this case. I'm talking about Spider-Man in general. Spider-Man the game.
oh, Spider-Man the
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm talking about Spider-Man the game. Spider-Man the game coming straight to PlayStation itself is an exclusive.
right.
Um, no, my PlayStation exclusive. Spider-Man should
Not a
have been
PlayStation.
released on Xbox One, not my PlayStation. No, oh, not a PlayStation exclusive. Again, Xbox. Listen to the conversation, my friend. Listen to the conversation. Sony owns the rights to
To Spider-Man.
Spider-Man IP.
That is true.
Hence why Spider-Man the game was only developed for PlayStation, and it was a PlayStation studio. Activision is not a PlayStation studio.
No.
So why didn't they make that game for Xbox? Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, and
Right.
Square Enix says we're going to ride off this because we're going to have more people that like this than hate this, and people are gonna just be like, you know what, I want to go to this one, and they're getting paid. They're getting paid for it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue with your thought. I just wanted to make
Um,
that point.
I'm just gonna answer one question from Xbox. Ninja's on Twitch again. Just so you know. That's enough of that. So the only way that Square is gonna pretty much get anybody to buy this on Xbox at this point is if they throw an exclusive character for Xbox, which to match Spider-Man is gonna be tough. Like, let's put it this way: when I was watching, our girls
Mm-hmm.
WGG
Mm-hmm.
talk about it, they were talking about other different heroes that could be Xbox exclusive. Every single one, I sat there and said to myself, except for one, no, because that would kind of defeat the purpose of doing it because they're already in the Avengers. Like they were talking about, like Black Panther being an Xbox exclusive, and I'm like, but he's an Avenger.
Yeah.
Like that kind of destroys the purpose. Like
Well, Spider-Man's an Avenger.
Spider-Man is an Avenger, but realistically, like you could think of Spider-Man as like completely separate.
Yeah.
Like you
Black
like
but Black
like
Panther is so in by the comic books, Black
yeah,
Panther was very independent before he actually became an Avenger. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but
right.
I just don't think that would be a good pick. I just don't think that'd be a good pick.
No, 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 no. That wouldn't be a good pick. And like because he's kind of like synonymous now with the Avengers movies.
Hmm.
Not saying Spider-Man isn't, but like Spider-Man's kind of
Everyone knows Spider-Man as an independent.
right. Everybody knows
Not
Spider-Man.
not
Like
everyone knows that the Black Panther is an independent. So I get that.
right. Like realistically, Spider-Man's more popular than Iron Man, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's safe to say. I think that's definitely safe
Yeah,
to say because Iron Man didn't really become popular till the movie came out. To be
correct.
honest, to be honest,
Yeah,
like
Spider-Man's been there for a long, long time, and yeah, and Iron Man just is kind of like the somewhat late arrival. The second the movies came out, now all of a sudden Iron Man's a big deal.
yep,
Like even Captain America was a bigger deal than Iron Man before the movies
yep, yep.
came out.
What up, Kel Show? Iron Man
Um,
is dead. Oh, this guy.
Iron Man lie. Oh my god.
But
I think we're in that that time frame of if you haven't seen it yet at this point, spoiler.
spoiler.
But
I'm trying to think because now that you brought that up, I'm trying to think of who. I mean,
oh, there's one right off the bat that I would bring up.
and who's that?
I think they said on the show. I could be wrong, but this would make sense. I don't know if it would happen. Probably not. But Wolverine.
I can't see that happening.
But I mean, realistically, let's think of another character that could be an exclusive to Xbox.
Then I might be mad.
That could match Spider-Man.
Then I would be mad.
Like
I would
the only one I can think of is Wolverine.
Yeah. But see, like my whole opinion, and I'm not saying this because I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm not because I'd be saying this other words. And the only reason why I may say, all right, let Xbox have one is because I'm a PlayStation guy and I don't want to hear it. But at the end of the day, no more exclusives. No more. No more console exclusives. Let Spider-Man be it, and just because of the fact that Sony owns them, and make it that one special occasion. That's it. And then maybe years down the road, like maybe in a year or two, then all of a sudden it would be cool because they'll be like, Spider-Man is now available on Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, I think it would be cool. No more exclusives. Because you start giving Xbox an exclusive hero, then what's going to end up happening is then you're saying it's okay, and it's just going to keep going. Hulk is already on the game, so you can't.
Yeah, he's already on both.
Yeah, he's already on both, so you can't do that.
Well, I mean, the one thing I will agree with What's Good Games is that it is back in 2002, it was cool. It was a cool thing to have exclusive characters on certain systems. Like obviously Soul Calibur 2.
Most
This is
popular.
the most popular example
Mhm.
of this. Hayachi on the Sony one, Spawn on Xbox version, Link on GameCube version. I mean, it made sense then, and then other games did it at the time, and it made, it was cool to do that at the time because, everybody was like, I was an Xbox guy, a PlayStation guy. Well, now you have these exclusive characters, and everybody's like, oh, I would like to play that, but, I gotta get an Xbox or something like that. So, I mean, it was fun at that time. As the years have gone on, that part of exclusivity has kind of, died out.
Mhm.
And I do consider it an old practice, especially in the cross-play era now, where everything's cross-play pretty much at this point.
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense to do that exclusive thing because, and even I'll say recently as Nintendo did it too with Fox, with Starlink. Like they added Fox to Starlink, and that was exclusively on Nintendo. Do you think anybody realistically is going to go buy Starlink
But
after you hear, oh, Fox is in Starlink? Nobody with a PlayStation or an Xbox was going to go buy Starlink at that point.
but
It was, Fox McCloud's on the Switch version. So basically, the only one you should be getting is the Switch version.
but
So, I mean,
but like the Starlink became a Fox game at that point.
that's my point. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Fox was in, and all of a sudden now instead of Starlink, it's now Ubisoft presents Star Fox at that point. So
Yeah. And spoiler alert, if you have not watched the Avengers, mute this for about 15 seconds. I'll put a thumbs up and let you guys know when to put it back on. So I'll give you 5 seconds to mute it. 5, 4, 3, 2, one. So to answer to Xbox Gamer 1920, Iron Man isn't really dead. Sure, one version of him is dead, but a past Iron Man can return. It's not a past. It has nothing to do with past and future. It has everything to do with dimensions. There's dimensions. There's always another dimension, and that's what's going on in the Avengers universe. That's what Ant-Man went to. Ant-Man went to another parallel dimension. So I just want to. There's a bunch of streams of life, and then there's ways you can break it. Yeah, you can go to the past. That's obviously Iron Man lives in the past because he's not dead yet. Like that's that's not. It's dimensions that you're thinking of. So just wanted to help you out there. All right, you're good. Can unmute. So, but yeah, so I agree with what you're saying. It's just this is a sticky thing. But I think this is going to be one of those sticky things. Once it's done, it's done. No one's going to think about this. When this is all over and it's released and everything, it's going to be all forgotten. All forgotten.
I don't think it'll be all forgotten, but I'll just say this. Like, you're not going to see great numbers on the Xbox version as long as they don't have an exclusive character to their game. In my opinion, you'll see great numbers on the PlayStation version now, but the Xbox version, I don't think you're gonna see great numbers at this point now because a lot of people were upset about it. So
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We will see though.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's just one of those things that you just have to see. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's the way it's gonna be.
I've done a lot of things lately.
What?
Like, we'll see.
Yeah, because, dude, we just don't know. It's just
Nintendo Direct. We'll see.
Yep. All right, our big topic. Xbox.
Yeah. So this is like a double subject.
Yeah.
Into one.
Yeah, I didn't even put the Xbox picture in by accident. So that was my fault.
That's fine.
That's my fault. I don't know why I skipped.
Nah, it's fine because this is the main part of it anyway.
Yep. So this is such a stupid article and such a stupid drop of news that it pisses me off. Actually, I'm mad about this. Is they're all like, big news, Xbox is dropping in November. We already knew that. We already knew that. It was already said. So, like, I don't understand this whole thing. Like, everybody knew PlayStation and Xbox is coming in November. It's not even a question. We just didn't know a date.
Exactly. I guess there might have been some people out there that may have think, oh, it could drop in October. Right. But I don't think during the holiday season it's going to... He left again. I don't think in a year of new systems, especially during the holiday season, they're going to drop the new systems in October. Especially now at this point, we are pretty much, you know what, I'm going to say less than 3 months away because now a lot of people are speculating that it could be like November 6th, I think the date was, for the PlayStation 5 or Series X release. So we're a little less than 3 months away from these systems coming out.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? We are 3 months. We are about 3 months away from
a little less than 3 months,
and we don't even have a date yet.
We have no date.
This is crazy, dude.
No price.
This is gonna be the first time in gaming history that they're gonna drop the release date and the price a month before.
Which is just ridiculous. I feel like both companies are afraid to drop their price.
I don't think it has anything to do with fear.
I've already heard article or seen articles just saying that Xbox is going to undercut their price compared to PlayStation 5's price, which Sony has a history of doing that. But somebody's got to make a move here, especially for the consumer. Because to be perfectly honest, I kind of need to know what this price is going to be. Because if I really want to buy a PS5 right now, I need to know my, the funds that I can spend for it.
Yep. Dude, they're just going to drop
in advance. Like, we need some information.
You
No
know,
offense to that PlayStation Direct. Oh, actually, did we talk about the PlayStation
no, we
Direct?
didn't. No, we didn't.
Oh,
We
geez,
can, we
well,
can,
that's one thing I forgot to bring in.
we can have a show next week, and we can talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about that next week.
Yep.
But they did that whole PlayStation Direct, which was pretty good. But and I know they said no big PS5 news, but there was PS5 news.
Oh, that was a really good direct. That was a really good direct.
Excuse me, state of play, I should say.
It was a
Where-
fucking
where-
direct. I don't care. Nintendo was the first one to do it. Now officially, anything that anyone does is a direct.
The Direct now.
Sony named it. I mean, not Sony. Nintendo named it.
Nintendo named it. Sony stole the idea again, per usual.
Oh, shut up! Everybody's doing it.
I mean, when you're the OG doing it, Nintendo. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Anyway,
At the end of the day, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna come out Friday and says it is in your stores now, and then you're gonna have to run to the store. You're gonna see people running out of the house, forgetting their masks,
no shit.
getting mad because they can't get in the stores because they don't have their masks. Crazy shit.
all right, people. If you don't got your masks at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Good God.
I'm gonna always have my. This is you know what it's gonna turn into. It's gonna turn into PAX ticket sales. That's what this is gonna turn into. Nobody enjoys PAX ticket sales.
No. You know what? I'll say this. This is gonna actually sound kind of bad too. No, COVID is gonna take the stress away.
It really is. It really is. It
Holy
really is. Like, it really is. Like, I don't think I've looked at the PAX website once yet. And by now, I'm usually already looking at it.
That's true. I mean, let's realistically, PAX East tickets would go on sale in 2 months.
Yeah.
Usually it's October.
Yep.
Yep. Maybe early November, but
Most often October.
most often, yes. But anyway, back to Series X. I mean,
Hold on. Xbox. I have to. All right, so I have nothing but love for you, Xbox, because you've been showing so much support to our stream and you've been coming in. So I want to just don't take this offense. But how the hell can you delay the Xbox Series X and not Halo Infinite? Halo Infinite is for Xbox Series X. So
I agree with that.
it's not for the Xbox. Like it's not for this generation Xbox. It's only for the Series X. So it just doesn't make sense to unless there's some kind of information that I don't know. Unless I'm messing up.
I think it might be launching for Xbox One X as well. But
I don't think so. I think this is literally a Series X thing. And PC.
We're gonna have to check this out.
And PC. But dude, you got to realize they're not delaying. Like you can't delay the Xbox Series X because of. There's no reason. If they don't have a reason to delay the Xbox, then they're not going to delay the Xbox. They have a reason to delay Halo, so that's why they're delaying Halo. Like it's not, well, which one should we delay? One or the other. It's because of that. What's up?
Xbox One X is getting Halo.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, we said it numerous times. The Xbox came out and said for the first 2 years they're not gonna have anything Series X exclusive.
That's crazy.
Meaning you can play your stuff on the Xbox One. That's literally why they discontinued the Xbox One X to make people buy the Series X.
Yeah. So
because these games are coming out for Xbox One X.
I have to say this statement. So I want to start off by saying I have been one of the few that has been very happy with Xbox as of late. I have not shit on Xbox. I've been making fun of a couple of the moves that they make because some of the moves that they make is dumb, and especially when it comes to the PR side of things. But one of the things I'm going to say that Xbox is in the leader of the pack with is this whole Game Pass and xCloud. People, this is the future. Like Game Pass and xCloud is the future. It is what I've been talking about for video games for years. I've been talking about it ever since Kyle's been on the show. I've been talking about it when Chris was on the show. I've been talking about it for years. They need to make a Netflix-like series for video games where you
Yeah.
can just subscribe and then get all the games. And Xbox didn't just do it, they fucking mastered it. Fucking mastered it. Something I never thought was going to happen. And they're taking their first party fucking games on day of release and allowing you to access it. That is better than anything any video game thing is doing right now. Xbox Game Pass is the best thing that ever happened to video games. It just sucks because it's for Xbox and Xbox isn't utilizing it correctly. If PlayStation or Nintendo were to have this fucking thing, people's minds would be splattered all over the wall because of how their production is for it. Now, I'm not saying that Xbox's games are bad because fucking look at the games you're getting on release. Fucking, did you guys realize you could get the new Gears when it first came out? Fucking
Yep.
Forza, when Forza was coming out, guess what? You could play it on there. Every new game that they didn't even, they said when they first came out with Game Pass that you wouldn't get first party exclusives like the new ones. And all of a sudden they're like, flip a switch. And they made it that way. Dude, it is the way to go. It is the number one thing for gaming.
So I will say this. That service, yes, I agree. But you do need the games to back it up, which this is why I'm just going to crap on Xbox right now, because I read something today that, of course, Phil Spencer said, and I'm like, this guy, just please stop talking, or just like whatever thought comes in your head, just throw it away. He came out and said that he thought of the idea of releasing Halo Infinite in pieces.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Phil. Okay. Phil.
I
right,
don't get it, Kyle. I don't get why none of this is clicking in Xbox, like Microsoft's head. Like I'm just not getting it, dude. I don't understand it.
Here's my figurative pipe right now. You know, people just puff on the pipe and stuff. It's now realization time with Eggy.
Real time with Eggy. Real talk with Eggy.
Today's topic, Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer.
For the love of God, just stop talking. Like I just said before. Just any thought that comes in your head, don't say it out loud. Why would you even think about releasing Halo Infinite in pieces? This is your flagship franchise. This is your Mario. And you're treating the game, or we're thinking about treating the game like it's, well, whatever. We'll just get it out and people will start. No.
Yeah.
If that trailer that we saw had any, thought about where this game is at and what people think of it after they saw it, to release it in pieces,
it's gonna be devastating. It's gonna be devastating. This game has more hype than Xbox has had in a very long time, more than Game Pass, which is mind blowing to me. Like what we have for Game Pass, people, and the service is only $10. Oh my god. Oh my god.
15 for the ultimate.
Yeah, but that's the way to go. Just get the ultimate. Just get the fucking ultimate. But anyways, it's just like I don't get it. Like everyone's hyped. This is what Xbox does, dude. They showed Halo. They heard the critics say what they had to say, and it just they put everything to a screeching halt. Why? Stay off Twitter. Stay off Facebook. Stay off social media. Just to make your game and push it out. Make your shit. Make whatever you're going to make for Xbox and push it out. Stop listening. Stop listening because only the trollers and shit get through. Like the game to me looked and felt more like Halo than Halo has in a very, very long time. Now, was there some choppy stuff that didn't look good? Yes, but there's still a lot more work to do to the game as far as I was concerned. So I wasn't looking at that. Like the small little detail. I thought that game looked pretty fucking good.
I mean,
the stream was fucked up. The stream was fucked up.
Yes, the stream was definitely screwed up. during their presentation.
And it was only on YouTube. Come to find out, Twitch wasn't like that.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
well,
Yep. Yep.
if that was the case, then I mean, there's probably still some people that watched it on Twitch that may have questioned it too.
Which coincidentally, who is Microsoft's now newest, like biggest competitor? Google.
Yes.
Conspiracy? I think not. Yeah, but
Well, that doesn't matter because Google's not Twitch.
no, that's what I'm saying. Google is YouTube. YouTube is where it was messing up.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
So, but I mean, the whole Halo thing, right, is the biggest kick in the balls for Xbox. As soon as I seen that, what was the first thing I said in the chat? Wow, they are fucked. If this happens, like, dude, this is what they haven't said anything else about launch. If they said anything about launch, it was Halo. That was the biggest thing you push it. Now you're saying that's not even at launch, then what do you have? Game Pass? Am I buying a Series X because of Game Pass? I have Game Pass now.
Well, let's put it this way. They've also been saying, and it's probably Phil too, been saying that, they're not focused on the series. I can't believe I said this. They're not focused on the Series X. They're focused on the services. The Series X is just there.
You're not even focused on you're not even focused on the service anymore. Because do you know how many percentage of gamers still don't know about the service?
Oh, I'm sure a lot. But let's put it this way. Literally, they just repeated what they said
with Xbox Series X. I mean, Xbox
One X.
Yeah. These names, man. Oh,
it's not for everybody. Anybody remember that one when Phil came out? I was like, remember, Xbox One X isn't for everybody. Like, Phil, oh, good God, dude. Your company is solely based off of services and hardware.
Yeah.
That is what your company is based off of right now. Not all of Microsoft, because Microsoft's mainly a software company.
Mm-hmm.
But your Xbox division has a lot to do with hardware.
Again,
you need to sell the hardware.
I love Game Pass. Game Pass is the best thing in video games today. If I could choose one thing that says, hey, right now, choose the best thing that's happened in video game lifetime, I would say Game Pass, because it is everything we needed it to be. Think about all the games. It's just the game list is monstrous, just monstrous. You will never run out of content to play, ever. You're gonna play games that you wouldn't even buy, but you're gonna play it because it's there and you own it. Like, it is amazing. You don't have to buy a game again. You can own Xbox and never buy a game again and be satisfied. Like, be content. Like, you may not play Marvel Avengers and shit like that, but guess what? Like, you can play Destiny. You can spend a lifetime playing Destiny and be satisfied. Like, there's so many games on Game Pass you can play and be satisfied. Isn't that what gaming's supposed to be about? Is just being satisfied at the end of the day. Whatever fills your soup bowl. You know what I mean? So, like, Game Pass is that answer. But Xbox, you're doing it. Microsoft, you're doing it all wrong. Like, this is your problem. And I don't know at what point you guys lost your mojo. And I'm very curious. Like, I would love to, you, and Andre sit down and go through the history of gaming and just kind of go through the timeline of when things happen to each console. Like, this is the console's lifetime, and this is where they hit their highs, this is where they hit their lows. And then we can kind of pinpoint where we think it went wrong. I would love to just go back and just look. And I to be honest, I think it all started with the launch of Xbox One. The launch of Xbox One, it's literally like, what is the big flying balloon that crashed and burned and ruined ruined the history of that shit? Not hydroplanes. I forgot what the fuck they call them. Anyways, you got not a hot air balloon, but like it was like I think it was like a Nazi thing. Like, that's what it always relates to, is like Nazis. But anyways, hydroplane maybe. Is that what I'm thinking about? A hydroplane? No, hydroplane is water.
No,
So anyways,
no.
It was
Planes
like
water.
it was literally them taking a Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
Driving 100 miles an hour into a fucking wall.
Oh
That
yeah.
that was what Xbox did. They were like, check out, I got this brand new Ferrari. I can hit 200. Where are you going? Boom! Right into a wall. No brakes or anything. Just smash right
No.
into a
Oh, yeah.
wall. And that was what Xbox One was. Xbox. Their release of Xbox One was them hitting a fucking wall, and it had nothing to do with the console itself. Had nothing to do with console itself. Xbox One is a very good machine. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
even. I'd put it in PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is definitely in the top of consoles and console history. Powerful machines was the change of evolution for gaming for everybody. Everything online works. Like as far as hardware wise, it's the best working piece of hardware that they've had. So I mean, I have my flaws with them, but I mean, I tend to always find the worst shit that could possibly happen to an Xbox. I'm just the rarity. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the console itself is great. The release was disgusting. Disgusting. So, I don't
I
know.
want I want to ask everybody in chat who's still in chat with us, which by the way, thank you guys for watching too.
Thank you.
Answer this question for me, for everybody in chat. Which system did you own first? If you own either one, the 360 or the PS3? And I just want to see answers to that one because for me, I never owned a PS3, but I owned a 360. A lot of my friends that I knew during that era, a lot of people had a 360. Like I knew like maybe a couple people that had a PS3. Our buddy Albert had one, had a PS3. He also owned a 360 though. But everybody else that I knew owned a 360. Foxtrot owned a 360. By the way, what's going on, Foxtrot? How you doing? But like that was the thing. Like everybody had the 360, and it was because of Xbox Live at the time. Xbox Live was revolutionary at the time. The online was amazing for a lot of games for that system. Sony, like, yeah, they had their free internet service at that time, but it didn't match up to Xboxes, which you had to pay for. But it was a really good service compared to Sony and Nintendo, who were offering free stuff again. But that's what made the 360 the Xbox Live service. So, I mean, I could say that Microsoft is still doing their thing as far as services goes. They're continuing with services because that's what, again, made the 360. The problem is the 360 had a lot of good games, whereas the Xbox One, not so much. There were good games. Not saying there weren't good games, but the library of the 360 compared to the Xbox One, I mean, I'm taking the freaking 360 all day. You had a bunch of games. You had the original Gears trilogy on the 360. And the original Gears trilogy is second to none. Probably the best trilogy on the 360, or the best franchise on the 360, in my opinion. I loved the original Gears trilogy. Gears comes to the Xbox One, progressing to Series X now, and the story's still good. I personally love the story that's going on. The issue is the games themselves have not done anything to make it that much better than what the original trilogy did. But to this day, and me and Andre talk about it still all the time, Gears 3 to us is still the best one. A lot of people say Gears 2 is still the best one. But Gears 3 had a horde mode that literally you didn't have to do anything with it. They played around with it in Gears 4, then they played around with it more in Gears 5. Literally, Gears 3's horde mode, if they left it the way it was and didn't touch a damn thing and put it in 4 and 5, horde mode would be amazing still. It was phenomenal. But then they added these little things to horde mode in 4 and 5 and made it worse. The gameplay itself, I mean, even with Gears 5, it was choppy at sometimes, glitchy at sometimes. Even when I was playing co-op with, again, our buddy Albert, they didn't put the time and care that that Epic put it. You can see the total difference between Epic Games working on Gears of War and Microsoft working on Gears of War. Like, it's that much different to the point where Gears lost Rod Ferguson. Like we talked about this week. We've talked this about numerous times.
Yep.
Gears no longer has one of their main creators. Neither one now. Rod left for Blizzard to work on Diablo. I don't know where the state of Gears at this point happens, but this is just an example. Maddie, what's up?
Maddie
but
Madness. Sorry.
This is just Microsoft, dropping the ball completely this past generation.
Yep.
With their thought processes of they're not putting the time and care into this game, into their games, which is why, as much as people say it's a kick in the balls that Halo got delayed, what if we talked about delayed games? Half the time with delayed games, if it gets delayed, means it's going to be better. Now, as far as Microsoft goes, they have a lot to prove, but they know that this is kind of their last chance to draw people in, starting with this new generation. Like Halo needs to be this ridiculously amazing looking game that plays like old Halo. That is literally what this game needs to be. Graphically,
I agree. It's gotta be old school Halo. It has to be.
The gameplay itself, I have no problem with. I have no problem with the gameplay itself. It looked like old Halo, like you said.
I loved it. I actually thought. I remember I said in chat, I was like, "This looks absolutely incredible." Like I thought it looked amazing.
Right, gameplay wise.
Yeah.
Gameplay wise, looked amazing.
Yep.
But graphically, it's not up to par for what people are looking for.
Which is crazy. Like
And
I enjoyed it though. Like I greatly enjoyed it. I thought visually it was impressive.
I'm gonna disagree. I don't think it was impressive. I think it was okay, but I think they can do better.
Of course they can do better, especially with this next gen. I get it. You want that better, but like, I don't know.
Like this game has to be flawless. Like that's where they're at right now. Microsoft is at that point where Halo has to be flawless. Has to be at the very least a 9 out of 10. This game has to be a 9 out of 10. And I'm not talking for me personally. I'm not saying that. I mean, obviously, I would love for Halo to be like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 game. It'd be cool. I'm talking about the masses. This game has to blow people away because I don't remember the last time Microsoft had a game that blew people away. Do you?
Nope.
Sony's had numerous ones.
Yep.
Horizon.
Yep.
God of War. Ghost of Tsushima. Those games blew people away.
Yep.
Nintendo, same thing. Odyssey. Breath of the Wild. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe blew people away. Animal Crossing. System seller. Amazing game. Astral Chain was an amazing game. Mario Maker 2. Like a lot of games that people loved. Not many games from Microsoft have been coming out lately that blew people out of the water. That's what they need right now. And they know that. That's why it got delayed. You need that game to blow people away, to make people go out and system sell. As much as you want to just where Phil Spencer saying all these things about, we're focused on the service, not the system. No, you have to focus on the system because PS5 is going to blow you away if your thought process is we're not focused on the system, we're focused on the services. They're just going to blow you away.
Yep.
So
I agree 100%. It's such a crazy topic, and in 2020 we're still talking about it. I just think this Halo thing was a big kick in the balls for Xbox, and it sucks and it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? But this is where Xbox is headed, and I don't know. It's disappointing because, like I said, man, that service of Game Pass and xCloud is the way to go, and it's just it sucks that they can't capitalize on that, and people are just they're doing so bad promotional wise and PR wise that
Yeah.
everyone's not even acknowledging. Like it's blowing my mind that we can't like this is even a topic that it's not even being brought up about it, and it sucks. It sucks.
I mean, listen, again, every one of those games that they showed in the past showing or the
Mhm.
past direct
Mm-hmm.
is available for Game Pass on day one.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, yeah, that is a big thing. But the problem is, like, and I know you said, it's a convenience factor. You have it, all those games are there, you can play it. But I mean, I had Game Pass, I checked them out, and I personally didn't play them. I mean, but this is just one person saying this. But like, there are people out there who probably look at it and go, "Am I really interested in this? And maybe not, maybe not, maybe not." But I mean, it is accessible. It is something that you could just try out rather than spending the $60. So I definitely get that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they need at this point to make a game that's going to blow people away. That should have been Gears. That should have been Gears 4 and 5. That should have been the game that blew people away, and it didn't.
Right.
It just fell apart
Right.
because I don't know what happened, especially when you had Rod there, but Microsoft got their hands on it and pretty much, probably nitpicked a lot of things, which it's been shown in the past that they do that. I don't know. They need that game though. They need that game, and they're taking good steps. Fable was a huge announcement. It's a huge announcement.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it looks. It's not going to be the same Fable that we're used to. So we'll see.
I fell out of love with Fable after 1, to be honest.
Fable 2 was a good one. It was a pretty good one. I will say that. I enjoyed Fable 2. Fable 1 obviously is still the best one.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed Fable 2. Fable 2 was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I got to get ready to start wrapping up because it is getting a little bit late. Was there anything else that you wanted to cover for final thoughts or anything like that we didn't get to touch base on?
I thought I saw one other thing. No, I did not. The only thing I can say is, if you play Mario Kart, they're doing another Mario Kart Open starting tomorrow.
Nice.
Where you could win 2,500 gold coins, which is, I think, $250 worth of stuff for the eShop, which is pretty cool. So
no, it's super cool. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing it top 8 every day.
Yeah, so if you think you're good at Mario Kart, hop in there, man.
Definitely.
Fun. All right. Please stay tuned. We should be hopefully doing it again next Thursday. If we don't, we'll pick another day. Might not work during the week. Maybe we'll make it a weekend day. Maybe you'll see me and Kyle in person. Who knows? But we'll make it. We'll keep everyone posted. We'll keep everyone posted on Facebook. So just Facebook, Twitter, stuff like that. So just keep your ear out. Thank you everyone that joined us in chat. Thank you for talking with us. It definitely makes for a better show by communicating. I love you guys. I hope everyone's staying safe in this crazy time that we're living in.
Yes.
Perfect conditions for gamers, though, I do have to say. Next time you see us, we'll talk about the PlayStation state of play. We'll talk a little bit about Fall Guys, the new hot game that everyone's playing, and Avengers, because there's a lot to say about Avengers. We talked a little bit about Spider-Man, but I want to get more in depth about the game and my kind of thoughts about the mechanics and stuff. But keep your ears peeled, continue gaming, stay safe, and have fun. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Till then, peace.